ladies and gentlemen, is a man who just 9 years ago shaved his eyebrows for $50.
That's right.
Awesome.
Now he's flying on private planes
What?
with the title as the bantamweight champion of the world with a second-round knockout on Sunday morning in Boston.
Hell yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, your UFC face, your UFC bantamweight champion, your hero, Sugar Sean O'Malley. Yep, love that. Love everything about it. I appreciate you joining us, pal. You look very comfortable over there.
Just fucking relaxing, baby. Enjoying life.
What are we smoking on over there?
Smell me.
Just some medicine. You know, I'm a little sore.
Yeah.
So we're just enjoying life. How you boys doing?
Hey, we're good now. I mean, you're the fucking bantamweight champion of the world. Everybody's feeling good, Sean.
Damn right, baby.
Those hundos come from knockout of the night, from your payday, from your bonus. What are those from? Twitch streams?
I forget which ones these ones are from. I have so many revenue streams that I just fucking forget.
Probably a merch deal. Maybe that Happy Dad deal. You know, could be absolutely anything. Hey, let's dive into it.
It really could be.
Let's dive into it. UFC, first time ever. As soon as you knock that dude out, they put it out on Twitter, YouTube, literally every single social media platform, full knockout. Dana White and UFC are saying, hey, world, this is our star. Did you know that was going to take place? And how do you feel about it on the other side of it now? We're talking hundreds of millions of views now.
Oh, yeah.
Sean, hundreds of millions of views everywhere.
Yeah, it's a dream come true. It's wild. It played out perfect. I mean, when I close my eyes at night, fight week, and I try to picture what would a perfect scenario be. You know, that was pretty much perfect. Got out of there untouched, got out of there with no injuries, and put his lights out. So it literally went as perfect as it could have been.
I heard you talking to Bradley Martin, I believe, off air, about you had some muscle, which is probably what you're soaking right now, if I had to guess. A little, a little muscle thing here. And you were talking about how, you haven't been able to grapple for like 5 weeks going into that fight. He obviously was a grappler. And then you go on to say, if I get past the first round, I think I'm knocking him out. And then you even had like training videos that they've been cutting of you doing the exact like Conor McGregor auto. How'd you know? How did you know? And was there any worry whenever you're walking to that thing about it? And when you see him in the cage across from him, it's like, fuck, those 5 weeks are going to come back and bite me in the ass. Was there ever that thought at all?
I definitely had to battle a lot more mental demons this fight camp. It was 6 weeks to the day pretty much when I had hurt my rib, had that little muscle injury. And so it was 6 weeks, no grappling. You know, the 6 weeks before that, though, I had really good grappling, really good training, really good sparring. So I just had to go off of those 6 weeks. I know what I'm capable of doing. And it was a little frustrating. It was kind of hard to deal with. I had to make sure mentally I was sharp. And I knew for a fact, and I knew I was capable of it, if I keep this fight on the feet, if I can frustrate him. I told John Anik before the fight, in the fighter meeting, I said, the first round might be a little boring. I'm going to go in there, try to frustrate him, to make him make a mistake first. And that's exactly what happened. The first round, not too exciting, but I didn't get taken down. A lot of people, the judges, said I lost that round, but that was a huge fucking win for me to not get taken down in the first round. Second round, obviously, put his lights out, and fucking beautiful.
It was. It was absolutely glorious to watch. Now, I didn't stay up. I apologize. I tried. You know what I mean? I absolutely tried my best. But the card was a little boring, going into your fight.
Super boring.
Okay.
Boring.
Are you watching that backstage and you're like, these fucking people deserve a little something here? Not that you never don't think like that, but you notice that as the night's going, I assume?
I just looked at the card from, before the fights happened. I'm like, Cheeto versus Pedro, probably boring. I heard it was. Ian Gary, Neil Magny, I thought that one was going to be exciting. I thought Ian, could finish him, but he couldn't. Mario Batista, my buddy Mario, got the job done. He fought someone, so that was, if it's the boys, it's fucking, it's a different feeling. So Mario got the job done, and then the co-main event, the girl fight lingered on a little too long. So yeah, not a great card. Still the biggest bantamweight fight in history.
Hell yeah.
Thanks to yours truly. And so still, yeah, exactly. I had to go out there and put on an extra performance from the lackluster performances put on before.
Well, and that's why you're a hero. You know what I mean? People aren't going to talk about it, but those Bostonians are going to remember that for the rest of their lives.
Big time.
Actually, this guy's from Boston. He said his friends are like, you're now their fighter forever. You're Irish as shit, obviously, and in Boston you become the champion. They're going to claim you. Boston's going to be in love with you forever. I don't know if you felt that or not over there.
68.8% Irish, to be exact there, Pat. Yeah, it was, I definitely felt it. Boston closed down at 2, but the streets were packed. The streets were pumping. And everywhere I went was just a shit show, and I loved it. People banging on the doors of the Sprinter van everywhere we went. It was the first big fight that felt like, holy shit, I am what I say I am. I'm a superstar.
Look at you right now. You're ashing in the tub. You got the fucking title right behind you.
Don't even care. Yeah. I'm only wearing 2 chains too, so I'm still being humble. I'm not wearing a watch today. I might not even take the Lambo out for a spin. I'm gonna try to stay humble.
Yeah, hop in the Toyota today. Drive the Honda around. Yeah, you might have to just remind yourself where you came from. And on the flip side, let's think about where you're headed. Because immediately after the fight, you just mentioned it again. You said, did Cheeto win tonight? How was the fight? Probably boring. All right, I guess I'll fight his bitch ass in December in T-Mobile in Vegas. Then I saw Conor McGregor say, hey, I think I'm ready to fight in December. And I saw you comment on that. Now that you're the champ, yeah, you're getting back end points on that thing. Are we making a super card in December? Is that how you're seeing this thing come together?
I'm really hoping so. Conor messaged me on Instagram for the first time yesterday. He said, baby, we did it. And I said, we sure fucking did. I said, you main eventing in December. I'm co-main eventing. He said, all he replied was, shot Kala. So I don't know what that means, but I feel like I kind of do. So I'm hoping that's a yes in fucking Irish.
Yeah, that was Did you send a slancha back? Yeah. I mean, that's the only Irish that I fully understand. That would be mega. Dana. Have you heard from Dana at all about the December fight? Have you chatted since becoming champion, or is this something that'll happen later down the road?
I talked to them right after the fight, just on the phone. They were on a fucking jet to another city already. So yeah, I just briefly talked to them on the phone, and I just have to get this rib injury. My rib injury is definitely was sore. I don't know if he kicked me in the body, or if it was literally just from those brief wrestling exchanges. So I really got to give this a couple weeks, 2, 3, 4 weeks maybe, of just staying off it, which sucks because I'm ready to fucking get back to work already. But I know the more I stay off it, the healthier I can let my body come, and December's could be realistic if my body's ready to go.
You're a fighting champion, Hell yeah. That's why we love you. You guys blue collar champion. What do you want from him? I felt like your pace around the ring afterwards, sick. That felt good? You felt like a fucking...
Yeah, I felt good. I mean, I kind of like the walk-off celebration. I've been doing it for a while, knocking people out, piecing out like that shit was easy. And that's kind of what Tim and I were talking about. He's like, hey, you go out there and fucking finish this, dude. Just walk off. And I was like, oh, I will. And it was the biggest sense of relief of all fucking time. It was just like, I knew beating, it's not like I went out there and beat someone who sucks. That's what it was like. I beat the best bantamweight of all time. The fight before that, I beat Peter Yan. And it's just crazy because my whole career, everyone's like, you don't fight anyone tough. You're not good. You're not beating anyone good. I'm coming off a win over Peter Yan and Aljamain Sterling. But the haters are still out there. But, that's to be expected.
Haters can see you walk on water and they say it's because you can't swim, bro. They're always going to find something. But now you're the champ. Who gives a shit? Tim, your trainer, you guys have been together forever, right?
Yeah, we've been, I'm 28 now. I moved to Phoenix when I was 19, so damn near 10 years.
Hey, I bet you he had a moment, right? You guys had a moment after the fight, I assume, where it was like, hey, look at us, huh?
Yeah.
You were shaving your eyebrows.
Yeah. You did it.
You were shaving your eyebrows for $50 now we're the fight. Was there a moment between you and Timbo, and how was the pod?
Yeah. The podcast was super fucking fun. It was crazy because the Sunday before we left, we were like, damn, it's crazy. It's going to be 7 days from now. We're going to be back in Arizona with the belt on the desk. And it was just like, how the fuck did that happen? So perfect. But yeah, after the fight, we got back to the hotel around like 3:30. We both had our girls come over, had the team come over, ordered some pizzas, and we kind of, let it sink in, rewatch it. Yeah, like you said, the UFC posted the whole second round on YouTube. That's unheard of. So we fucking were watching it like 4 or 5 times back. That little wrestling sequence. And it was whoever made a mistake first. I actually made the first mistake. I threw a kick and fell on my butt. I'm so goddamn fast sometimes that I fucking, I fall. I'm too fast for my own good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, your brain.
And, your feet too. So I fell, and he got me exactly where he wanted me, up against the cage in a single leg. Ideally, he'd rather have me in a double leg. But I just had a perfect wrestling sequence, and it proved that I could wrestle. A lot of people literally thought if he grabbed me, it was over. I've been training for a long time with really fucking good guys. I think it throws them off that I act like this. I'm sitting in a bathtub, fucking drinking a Happy Dad. And people just don't think I train.
No, yeah. Well, listen, everybody does things differently, and what you've done is just win all the time, including right now. This is probably the best setup we've ever had for somebody that's on the show. So you just win everything, dude. Some people will never be able to understand that as a whole. Whenever his face opened up after his left, you see that? Or in your head, you're like, oh, this is exactly.
Yeah, button.
This is exactly.
Night.
This is exactly what we thought. Is there that moment? Because right here, you grab and then you're like, oh shit, here it is. Boom. This is what I thought and told everybody was going to happen. Did you have that moment of clarification as his face opened up there?
Not in the moment. I feel like I always have this conversation with myself before I walk out, and it's just like I kind of just follow my breath and tell myself I'm just going to let all the hard work take over. I call it my higher self. I'm going to let my higher self take over. I've done everything I've needed to do. There's no longer a need for the thinking mind to be in the octagon. I'm going to go in there, and whatever happens, happens. So when I'm actually in the octagon, I don't really remember much because I feel like I'm not necessarily there.
I love that. Much smaller level because I'm not like in there getting punched in the face or whatever. But my first ever long snapper in the NFL, he was a veteran, around a long time, like 12 years or whatever. The punter that was there before me was like 12 years or whatever. So I go on the field for the first time. He's like, hey, where was that snap at? I'm like, bro, I have no fucking idea. He was like, well, what happened? I'm like, dude, how can we watch the...
Yeah.
I have no idea. I blacked out every time I went out there. I think that's a good thing. That's called like the zone, I think.
Yeah, well, I think there's two. That sounds like the zone, but I think blacking out and in the zone there is a fine line, but there's two different things. Blacking out, I feel like you don't remember what's happening, but you're also not you're not being your best self. And then you're in the zone is like where you're not necessarily there, but you're doing everything right. So, but yeah, I think there's a fine line between blacking out and in the zone because a lot of people think they're gonna black out and just fucking win fights, and I think you gotta fucking be in the zone.
Song selection was dope.
Oh yeah,
superstar, baby. I walked out with that one against Peter Yan in Abu Dhabi too, and it was fucking sweet. But it was just in Abu Dhabi, and it didn't. Those guys. I don't think they really listen to that kind of music. But yeah, it fucking hit. That shit hit hard in Boston for sure.
Guy from Boston has a question for you. Go ahead, Conor.
Yeah, Sean, from everybody in Boston I know who went to the fight and all the people watching at home, thank you for making it entertaining because start to finish, Lupe to KO, it was awesome. It was the entire fight. But I don't think I've ever seen this happen. It was right before the start of the second round, and you might have been in the zone at this point. Definitely were, actually. But I believe the ref came over and told your trainer, Tim, that he couldn't be barking at Sterling or something. What did he say? And was that what was going on or no?
Yeah, that's not the first time Tim's been told by a ref to shut the fuck up. It's a fight. He's yelling at them, trying to, maybe he takes a moment of their thinking time and distracts them a bit. But I think he was yelling like the knee's coming, or he's about to kick. He was just yelling shit. And I don't know if that's in the rule books that you're not allowed to do that. I mean, the ref told him to stop, but I don't know if don't know if it's necessarily illegal.
You guys are getting screwed out there.
Yeah, what the hell?
I didn't even know you were battling. I didn't know they're breaking the rules to stop you, slow you down. Tim's a massive weapon.
Yeah,
we got one of the best shit talkers in the entire sport right here. We're going to muffle this guy?
Right.
What are we doing, Dana? What are we doing?
Give him a mic.
Yeah, I'd like to see the rule book of that, but I don't think he's breaking any rules. But it's funny because I do, like, looking back, I can kind of randomly remember Tim just yelling shit. It's funny.
Is it all purposeful, though? Yeah, he's trying to get in the head of old Aljo there. The knee's coming. The knee's coming. Look out, we're coming near out of the corner. The corner.
Watch out.
I was doing 1, 2, and then a knee. Good luck. Good luck. Let's go. That is. Pac-Man has a question for you, Sean.
Sean, I'm big in mental health. My first thing is, do you like sativa or indica? And second question is, how's your mental recovery after these fights? It look like you just fucking relaxing right there.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not too picky on a sativa or indica, depending on what we're doing. But as long as it's sort of organic quality strain, that's kind of what I like. Is just like a good quality, no pesticide bullshit fucking strain. Just a good organic quality one. And then mentally, yeah, it's a lot. I've binge watched every fucking YouTube video, every fight reaction, every video that the Sugar Show UFC 292 has hashtagged on the internet. I have seen. So I've been very stimulated watching myself. I'm trying to get sick of watching myself, but it hasn't happened yet. But yeah, mentally, it's definitely, I have to, there's times in the day where I have to put my phone down and just go walk around outside and just kind of chill out and try not to be stimulated. It's just so exciting. It's fucking wild. I've rewatched all the pros picks. And it was like 32 pros picked me to lose and 2 people picked me to win. And I just watch them and fucking giggle when they say, oh, Aljo, easy, submission, round 1. What is he going to, like, it was easy. And everyone was just so positive that I was going to lose. So watching those, sometimes I watch them on replay. I watched Henry Cejudo react to me winning. Holy shit, I've never seen someone so fucking scared. He was so mad that I won because he's like, now I have to pretend to talk shit on Twitter and act like I want that fight. He's 5'3". My belt's taller than him. It's like, you don't want that fucking fight. What are you gonna do? Take me down? No. Like, so it's that was a good one. I rewatched that one a few times.
Henry,
Henry.
Good for mental health. Obviously,
Yeah.
You're helping Sean's post-fight recovery here. I also saw you quote tweet a lot of people that had some doubt. I love that you're that petty.
Yep.
I love that our champion is that petty. I enjoy the hell out of that. That's what makes you, I assume.
It's just, surfing Twitter. I'll call it X. I'm trying to move over to that. Surfing X.
Sorry.
Was just so fucking fun. Me and Tim both just being petty as fuck. I've been saying I'm going to be champ. I've been saying I'm going to be one of the biggest superstars in the UFC for a long time. And I got so much hate. You're a wannabe Conor. You don't fight anyone. So all the hate just made Surfing X a lot more fun.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, pal. Those are good days.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people get those days.
No.
Yeah, I'm happy you got to have that time of scanning X, letting everybody know that, the Chomp is here, and you can suck the Chomp's dick.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah, I love that.
You
Ty
sure fucking can.
Yeah, you're goddamn right. Speaking of Sunday, shout out Instagram story. Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, that was a great one.
Sean, I'm not sure if you know because, you are the newly crowned champion here, but, like, how much say do you have in matchmaking for, like, your future like, title contenders? Like, can you go to Dana, do you know, and be like, no, I want this fucking guy? Like, because we know, like, the UFC, they love doing, like, the rematch and then trying to maybe set up, like, a trilogy series and all that kind of stuff, but how hands-on can you be in saying, like, no, I want this fucking guy? Or is it the kind of thing where you'll just let him come to you with whoever it is and you'll serve him up whenever that happens?
I'd like to think I have full control of it, but I don't know if that's necessarily true. UFC is a fucking business. They're a money-making business. They want to do big business. So what does big business? Me going out there and knocking someone else out. So, ideally I can, who's the biggest fight for me? And, I think that's Cheeto, and it could be Henry. Cheeto's acting way too like he deserved a title shot after beating Pedro. I beat Pedro in the second round. He went to a boring decision with him. So he's been acting up a little much. So I might pick Henry, but then again, Henry's just acting up a little bit too much too. I need these guys to be a little bit more respectful, get down on their knees, bow down, and say, "Hey, will you please fight me?" So if that doesn't change, I might not even fight in December. I might just stay champ.
Yeah.
And just fight some other time if these guys act like that.
Hey, these people, you want a shot at the king, man? All right, you guys better be a little bit more respectful with the way you're handling this whole thing.
Bravo.
Exactly.
There's no sheriff in the bantamweight town.
What?
There's a new sheriff in town.
There's a new king of the UFC is what I'm like to see. I mean, Conor's still the fucking ultimate king. And, I still got some work to pass him, but I believe I'm right there at number 2.
God, that card in December, if you both were on it,
Whew, sir.
so much money.
Yeah.
So.
Oh,
Break records.
Pay-per-view points for the king.
Yep.
Pay-per-view points for the king. Last question here for you, Sugar. We know you got a big day of, just being the champ.
Yep.
Crushing.
Yeah, it's not easy. I know it's not easy. Go ahead.
it's the
Tom.
only thing I have scheduled today for you. Only thing I scheduled.
Really?
Only thing. Yeah, I'm not doing shit today. I might hit a little. There's a light workout, sweat, a little bit, but nothing crazy.
Hey, we appreciate that.
Hell
That's
yeah.
it,
Beast.
You're a good man.
of course.
Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Sugar. When you caught him with the right there and he fell on his back, you kind of like hesitated for a second. Did you think you knocked him out with the one, and then when you realized he was still awake and he's on his back, is that just like
Early stoppage, I heard.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, they saved his life. What are your thoughts when he's on his back? Just get as many punches in as you can.
Yeah, again, it's kind of a weird space that I'm not really thinking. Looking back at it, kind of guessing what I was thinking. I landed that right hand, and I've knocked enough people out that I know when they're fucking out. And I knew he wasn't, but I knew he was very, very hurt. If I would have dropped him and I didn't think he was that hurt, I would have followed up on the ground right there because of how good he is, even off his back. Ideally he wants to be on top, but that dude can grapple off his back. He's a black belt grappler, so he's very good everywhere. I knew I had him hurt enough to where I could start hammer fisting him. My left side of my hand is very sore from bouncing it off of his head like 17 times, like boom, 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 boom,
Bang.
boom, just doing that, and my fucking hand is a little sore.
Hey, it was an early stoppage. I saw some people saying on the internet. You know that.
Yeah, I saw some. It's no one that wanted me to win saying it was an early stoppage. It was mostly people that wanted me to lose. The same with the people that said I didn't beat Peter Yan were the same people that didn't want me to beat Peter Yan. I could go out there and kill someone, and they would say, "Yeah, but he could have resurrected or something." You know what I mean? So.
You're the best, dude. Congrats, champ. You've earned this.
Yep.
Okay, you've earned this. I assume at some moment you'll look in the mirror and you might have already done this and said, hey, a lot of hard work has been put in to get to this moment. And I talked about you shaving your eyebrows for $50 in 2014, not just because you're willing to do that, but because that's where you were not even a decade ago. Now you got, probably $100,000 around you, $200,000 around you with a title, you should enjoy this, man. You've earned every single step of the way here, pal.
Yeah, thank you. That shaving the eyebrows was all Tim. He's like, he still to this day tries to get all of our buddies to make bets. And my dumbass didn't even make a bet. He just said, I'll give you $50 if you shave your eyebrows. And I was like, damn, I could pay for the Wi-Fi bill for 2 months if we split it 50-50. So I was like, hell yeah, I'll do that. I didn't have a job, so $50, I was like.
From jobless and eyebrowless to the champion of the fucking world. Enjoy it all, pal. We appreciate you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, your UFC bantamweight champion of the world, House and Happy Dad in a bath around his hundos, Sugar Sean O'Malley. Yeah! Cheers, buddy. Cheers, pal. Cheers. Yeah, hell yeah. You know, in that hot tub there, you smoke a little bit, drink a little bit.
What?
Get you going a little
Yeah,
bit.
feel pretty good.
You say you might get a little workout in, sweat a little bit. What a dog, bro.